Hello, my friends. This is Teacher JB. Today we are studying 10 words based on the theme A Reasonable Doubt. A Reasonable Doubt. The first word, it means to say that someone did something wrong. For example, someone committed a crime. To say that someone did something wrong or someone committed a crime is accuse. Accuse. And accuse is a verb and it has two syllables. A-C-C-U-S-E. Action on the second syllable, accuse. Accuse means to say that someone did something wrong. Jordan was accused of using a stolen credit card to buy about $300 worth of electronic equipment. Accuse. Next word, according to what people say. According to what people say, the word is allegedly. Allegedly. Allegedly is an adverb. It has four syllables. A, L, L, E, G, E, D, L, Y. Accent on the second syllable. Allegedly. Allegedly. Allegedly means according to what people say. The chief financial officer of the company allegedly took company money for his personal use. Allegedly. The next word, involving a dispute between two citizens, not a criminal charge. Involving a dispute between two citizens, not a criminal charge is civil. Civil. And civil is an adjective. It has two syllables. C-I-V-I-L. Accent on the first syllable. Civil. Civil means involving a dispute between two citizens, not a criminal charge. In a civil suit against his neighbor, Barney claimed that the neighbor's dog had bitten him. Civil. The next one, to decide that someone is guilty of a crime. To decide that someone is guilty of a crime is convict. Convict. And convict is a verb. It has two syllables. C-O-N-V-I-C-T. Accent on the second syllable. Convict. Convict means to decide that someone is guilty of a crime. Dean was convicted of assault after the jury saw a video of him striking another man. Convict. The next word is responsible for doing something bad. Responsible for doing something bad is guilty. Guilty. And guilty is an adjective. It has two syllables. G-U-I-L-T-Y. Accent on the first syllable. Guilty. Guilty. The jury found that the director was guilty of embezzlement. Guilty. The next word, a specific act that breaks the law. A specific act that breaks the law is offense. Offense. An offense is a noun and has two syllables. O-F-F-E-N-S-E. Accent on the second syllable. Offense. Offense means a specific act that breaks the law. Convicted twice of reckless driving, Victor will lose his license if he commits another serious traffic offense. Offense. The next word, a person who is one's social equal. A person who is one's social equal is peer. Peer. And peer is a noun and it has only one syllable. P-E-E-R. Peer. It means a person who is one's social equal. In requiring judgment by a jury of one's peers, U.S. law meant to protect lower-class defendants from the possibly biased judgment of upper-class juries. Here. The next word, someone who in the opinion of the police, might have committed a certain crime. Someone who, in the opinion of the police, might have committed a certain crime is suspect. Suspect, and suspect is a noun, and it has two syllables, S-U-S-P-E-C-T, as in the first syllable, suspect. Suspect is someone who, in the opinion of the police, might have committed a certain crime. Suspect. The police were investigating the activities of 5 suspects in the liquor store robbery. Suspect. The next one, a judgment in a court case. A judgment in a court case is verdict. Verdict, and verdict is a noun. It has two syllables, V-E-R-D-I-C-T, as in the first syllable, verdict. Verdict means a judgment in a court case. It took the jury only 30 minutes to reach a verdict of guilty. Verdict. The last one, to see something, especially a crime happen. To see something, especially a crime happen, is witness. Witness, and witness is a verb. It has two syllables, W-I-T-N-E-S-S, as on the first syllable, witness. Witness means to see something, especially a crime happen. After witnessing the car theft, Rodney called the police. Witness. Now let's find the word or phrase that is closest in meaning to each word in the left-hand column. Write the letter in the blank. Accuse. Accuse is to say someone did a bad thing, so it's going to be E. Accuse. To say someone did a bad thing. Number 2, convict. Convict is to determine that someone is guilty. Convict. So it's going to be A. Convict is to determine that someone is guilty. Number 3, civil. Civil is being related to a personal dispute, not a crime. So civil is going to be D. Civil, being related to a personal dispute, not a crime. Number 4, guilty. Guilty is to be responsible for a crime. So if you did a crime, you're guilty. Responsible for a crime, guilty, so it's going to be B. And peer is a social equal, so the answer is going to be C. Accuse is to say someone did a bad thing. Convict is to determine that someone is guilty. Civil means being related to a personal dispute, not a crime. Guilty means to be responsible for a crime. And finally, peer is a social equal. Now circle the word that best to complete each sentence. The most likely suspect witness in the murder was the victim's brother, but no one actually saw the crime. So the most likely suspect in the murder was the victim's brother, and no one actually saw it, so it's a witness. And then, so this is not the answer. The answer is going to be suspect. The most likely suspect in the murder was the victim's brother, but no one actually saw the crime. Number 2, the new president allegedly or guiltily had his main opponents killed, but he denies it. So this one, there is no conviction or there is no witness, so it's going to be allegedly. The new president allegedly had his main opponents killed, but he denies it. Number 3, at one time in the United States, possession of marijuana was a minor, not verdict, so it's going to be an offense. At one time in the United States, possession of marijuana was a minor offense. Number 4, the witness or the peer made a poor impression on the jury because he couldn't remember many details about the crime scene. So he remembering the details, so it's gonna be a witness. The witness made a poor impression on the jury because he couldn't remember many details about the crime scene. The last one, juries are instructed to arrive at a unanimous verdict or convict. Such a decision is going to be verdict, one agreeable to all members of the jury. Juries are instructed to arrive at a unanimous verdict, one agreeable to all members of the jury. Now read a passage to review the vocabulary that you have learned and answer the questions that follow. One of the most controversial murder cases of the 20th century was that involving the death of Marilyn Shepard in 1954. Her husband, Dr. Sam Shepard, was accused of killing her and then injuring himself. An unlikely suspect, Shepard was highly respected by his peers in the medical world. Still, there were odd aspects to the murder that Shepard could not explain away. Unfortunately for Shepard, none of his supporters actually witnessed the crime, so nobody could back up Shepard's claim that the real killer was a bush-haired man whom Shepard had chased across his lawn and fought with briefly. Shepard was eventually convicted of the offense, but many people doubted the verdict. With aggressive help from a lawyer named F. Lee Bailey, Shepard got a new trial. Bailey suggested many alternatives to Shepard's guilt, enough that the new jury could not say he was guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Shepard was released from prison but died soon afterwards. His son Chip pushed the case through several civil and criminal proceedings in an attempt to find out the truth about his mother's murder. Late in the 1990s, new DNA analysis techniques proved that someone other than Sam Shepard and his family had been in the house that night. Shepard's story about the bush-hairy man had probably been accurate all along. Number 1. Why was the Shepard case unusual? A. A husband was accused of murdering his wife. B. The murder occurred in 1954. C. Doubt about the guilty verdict led to a second trial. D. The accused murderer said he didn't do it. So answer is going to be C. It's a doubt about the guilty verdict led to a second trial. Number 2. The author of this article implies that Sam Shepard blank did not kill his wife, lied about the bush-hairy man, did not love his wife, married again after he got out of prison. So answer is going to be A. The author of this article implies that Sam Shepard did not kill his wife. Okay, friends, this is the conclusion of today's study. I will come back to you with another 10 words as soon as possible. Until then, keep studying English and have a great day. Bye.